Hello, guess who and guess what? Well, the guess who is me, Robbie Susan Chandler, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. I hold classes in my home. If you live in the area, I'd love for you to come over and join me for a class. But today, let's get to the what that we're making. Now, I know you see the paper pumpkin kit here, and I don't know if you know about our paper pumpkin kits, but it's a kit that you can get every month on a subscription basis. It's automatically sent to you. And inside the kit, it's everything you need to make cards, tags. We don't know from month to month what it's going to be. It's always a surprise. But you always get an ink spot, and you always get a stamp set. And in your first one, you'll get a little block that you can mount these stamps to. And then all the supplies are here for you to make, and in this case, to make 2, 4, 6, 8 cards with the envelopes. And this is actually the envelope. But I'm not going to make the paper pumpkin like it is today. I'm going to show you a different way to make the paper pumpkin. So let's look at the what. And here's the what. Here's a little card that we're going to make. And it says, just for you, hoping your day is the best ever. And all these pieces came from the paper pumpkin kit. So let's look at what I did. Now the base, the card base did not. I took a piece of basic white and I cut it 6.5 by 5.5 and scored it in 4 1/4 and just folded it in half like this. And then inside I stamped my sentiment, hoping your day is the best day ever. And that sentiment came from All Zipped Up, this one right here. And the Just For You is from the stamp set Paper Tags. So that's where those came from. Now the little scallop that you're seeing, it's in the paper pumpkin kit, but they were complete. They were totally round scallops, and I cut them in half because I just wanted half of one. So let's look at the other pieces. We've got our card base, and then we have this green piece that came out of this actually was one of the card bases in the kit. And I cut it 5 1/4 by 2 inches, and I ran it through the Gathering Leaves embossing folder. Now what I did, since this paper is white on the back, that means it's white inside, and I just took a little sanding tool, even a fingernail file would work. If you just run it down, see how it brings out the white on the leaves, and you can turn it the other way and go back this way. And it makes, see how it makes those leaves pop? So that was a little fun thing that we did with that piece. And then we have the strawberry piece, and it is also 2 by 5 1/4. And I embossed it with the Forever Plaid. Did I tell you the name of this one? This was the Gathering Leaves. It's a new one that we have, is what this one was done with. And then the strawberry one was done with the Forever Plaid. I don't know if you can see that design. Yeah, there it is. And then on top of this piece right here, I adhered a little piece, and this was also in the kit. All of these were card bases. So I just started cutting them up and making them fit my card. And this piece I cut to 5 1/4 by 3/4. I have to push things up here. Okay, and I just adhered it down to the edge of that. And then once I glued it. Now, what you had to do first, I was fixing to tell you wrong, you have to adhere your scallop right here, because you want this piece to cover that edge so you have a nicer look. And of course I've already done it. Well, here's the inside piece, and here's these two hooked adhered together, so that would just go on there just like that. Okay, let me bring that over. I have that done. And now, if you notice on the front, we have strawberries. Well, the strawberries I just punched out of the kit, and they came like this. But I decided to make them look like they were dipped in chocolate. And the way to do that, you just take one of our brown, now this happens to be one of our what we call natural blends. This is SU 100. And I just took it and just started coloring the bottom, however far up you want. And that's all I did to make my strawberries chocolate colored. Easy as can be. Let's just pop them here on the front. I'm going to put that one there and a smaller one here. They also had one in the kit that was like one of these little ones that was pink with the red dots, but I decided to use all of the red ones instead of that one. And I'm going to have to move this one up a little bit. I'm going to need to move all of them up a little bit. And one thing I like about this paper pumpkin cardstock, it's very sturdy. So you can pick the dimensionals up off of it pretty easily and it doesn't tear. Okay, so there's our strawberries. Now I have the flowers that also were in the kit. And let me give them a little bend so they look a little more natural. And let's just stick one right up here by that one. And you know, strawberries have little white flower blooms on them before they make the strawberries, because that's where the strawberries come from, is the little blooms. Let's put this one right, oh, there's dimensional backing. We'll put this one right here. Okay, so there's our flowers. And the only thing left is this piece right here. Now, on this one, I adhered it to the scallop. And I just punched a scallop, put it on the back to hide the way it looked. I didn't like the way it looked on the back, but I decided to do this one a little bit different. I've got some dimensionals on it, but instead of adhering it to the back of this, I'm actually going to adhere it down here, make it even with that, put that down, and then it looks like it's attached to the scallop, but when you open it up, you see it there. So I thought that was a little bit different way to do it, and I like that one too, as opposed to this one. So, you know, you can just do all kinds of things with these. So I hope you like this, and think about Paper Pumpkin. If you want to subscribe, I'll put a link below where you can subscribe to my Paper Pumpkin. And please like my video, subscribe, share, and if you need a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And if you'd like to be on a team, I'd love for you to be a team member. So until next time, happy crafting.